for YouTube, and it says updating transmission, so we should be live. Let me adjust my mic a little bit here. So this is my first time going live in I think it's been 10 months since my last live video. That is a long time, 10 months. Almost feels like 3 years in crypto, honestly. Crypto, like 3 crypto years since my last live video. So I'm seeing the data is being received in excellent condition, and I'm seeing chat. Chat is live. So welcome guys to another Boxmining live stream, where we cover what's happening with everything that's going on in the markets. I mean, it's quite a crazy time, right? We got Bitcoin dropping below 19,000. Actually, no, rather, okay, no, stop. It's below 20,000. It's sitting at 19,763 at this current point in time. And we got Ethereum right hanging on there, just hanging by a hair at $1,001. $1,001. That's like a very exact number. It's just above. Oh wow. Oh, wow. Just look at that. Look at it just now. It's like we're almost gonna go below. We're gonna go under 1,000 to 3-digit ETH. So it's alright. It's alright. And I wanted to do this video just to catch up with you guys a little bit. I had a lot of people ask me if I am okay, if what's happening here. I thought it was a good time to not just update you guys with what if I am okay, but also ask if you guys are okay. Right? So chat, welcome back guys. So guys, tell me if you are okay. All right, tell me if you guys are okay. Are you guys affected by this cryptocurrency crash? I'm also going to be a little bit intrusive. I'm going to be intrusive. I'm going to ask you guys also how old you are as well, because um, depending on how old you are, you're gonna react to this dump very differently. So I felt it might be interesting. I mean, if you guys are brave enough. All right, so we got Brix's crypto fire sale for noobs. Sav Gaming Clips says welcome back. Cryptogram says hello Bernard. We got Bernard Macarius here. We got Angela Wang back in here. There's the old gang. We are excited. Cryptogram says I am great. Waiting to buy $600 ETH. Oh, that's so hopeful, Bernard. That is so damn hopeful. Um, I'm waiting too, to be honest. I'm also waiting. I will share with you guys a lot of the reactions that I have. It's kind of also weird for me too, because when I'm trading, I've been in so many cycles now that I'm very calm, and I suppress emotion, right? Like I feel like, sorry, apologies. I don't know why I'm coughing. But I've been in this market so long. I've been through the ups. I've been through the downs. I've seen so many crashes now that I'm like, I guess I'm indifferent. I'm almost like it's almost like I don't feel anything deep down, and that's something I want. Like if I'm in a trading environment, I realize that the emotions really work against me. So I actively try to encourage myself not to feel anything, right? And it's to a point now. I don't feel anything. Yes, I took huge losses. I'm holding Bitcoin. I'm holding Ethereum. Holding a lot of altcoins. Like it's to a point where I have the Xeron wallet app installed on my phone. I'm not gonna show it to you guys, but every time it refreshes, you load the app, and there's almost like this 10-second delay before it updates your wallet, and you just see the numbers go down, right? You just see the your wallet numbers. It's like, burp. All right, congrats. You just lost this much money right now. Right? That's kind of what Zero's telling me, and I guess I've seen it so much now. I don't really care or feel different. I kind of know it's part of crypto. You can't go up without going down, and I guess I'm thankful, I guess. So let's get some responses from chat, seeing how you guys are. So Bernard Macaria says he's doing okay, 62, and different strategy for others than others. Wow, that's crazy, man. And Bernard, just total respect for being on this as well. Brick says he's 48. Um, Fuzzball says dry powder waiting to be fired, 42. So you guys are actually quite older. Like it's kind of interesting because like um I've been looking through YouTube and I've been analyzing like what age range everyone is here. And initially I thought everyone here is like 20ish, but it does feel like the people are posting are older. That's super interesting for me. Super interesting for me. Fuzzball B says, McDonald's, here I come. Oh man, where's my McDonald's cap? I'm kind of waiting for that cap right now. So, anyways, guys, um, let's talk a little bit about the market. I guess a lot of people have emotions. Rodrigo says I'm 22. All right, that sounds about right. That sounds in line with what YouTube's feeding me on my data stuff here. But I mean, it is a pretty crazy drop, right? And it's like, in many ways, I would have thought, initially when I was making videos earlier this week, I would have thought we would have kind of held, all right? In fact, I thought we would have bounced, right? Because there's just so much fear in the market. The greed index was just at maximum fear. The whole of mainstream media was freaking out, and that's usually a good sign. Right? That's usually a sign to start buying, or at least aggressively look into buying. But it turns out the market's even more fearful than this, right? It feels like so yeah. So we did we did go down. So we're down here. We're down here right now. So we're all the way down to wow, and then just since the stream as well, since the stream, we're also down to 19,000 right here for Bitcoin. So it does seem like on the weekend people are a bit more fearful, especially maybe the funds, especially right now. I feel like it's like let me zoom out a little bit. I feel like we're closing on a few support levels that are. I think in people's minds, they feel like this is where Michael Saylor might get liquidated. So he's the one of the biggest proponents of Bitcoin, and he's been holding massive Bitcoin bags, and he's definitely has a position, and everyone's almost afraid that if Bitcoin falls below certain points, that he's going to get liquidated and it's going to cause a cascading effect to crash crypto prices even more. So that could be on the fear. Like, tell me guys if you're afraid of that. I honestly don't really care about that, to be honest. you know, I find right now is a point where if you're on crypto Twitter, everyone's gonna be fearful, and it's just like it's the same old fear going around. So I kind of stopped looking at that. I mean, I guess like I've just seen so many crypto deaths, and I think like in many ways, like I guess for me personally, like the I haven't really touched like I've been waiting for a time to trade this week, so on my trading, so I haven't really executed on that yet. I just felt like the market was a little bit too weak, and I'm kind of just sitting here waiting along the sidelines with my stables. I'm not going in yet. I feel like it's not ready. But at the same time, I think I forgot to mention in a lot of my videos that I do hold. Like I'm a big hodler, right? Like I'm hodler to a point where I store my Bitcoin, I store my ETH, bunch of other alts. We still got VeChain in there, all right? Still got Engine. We still got a lot of these long hodls there. I stick them in there and I just throw away the key. Like I not throw away the key, so to speak, figuratively, but like just throw it away. I just don't care about it. It's something that I'll touch in maybe 5-10 years, right? And I kind of felt like it wasn't necessary for me to constantly look at the value of that bag. It's like you're gonna go through that emotional roller coaster anyways. I thought if it's hodl, it's hodl, right? If it's trade, it's trade, right? So that's kind of the way I've been seeing things. Rodrigo says I can see Michael Saylor buying the dip. I can see too. That being said, however, I do feel like the apes have gone in too hard. We'll talk about that in the later. I prepared a lot of articles for us to go through on this live stream, but yet again, I just felt like this is a chill session, so we'll go wherever chat wants to take us. But honestly, I feel like right now, like people feel poor. Like 3 arrows just blew up. Like all these like Uber bulls, they've exhausted their available funds, and they exhausted shit that can come out of their mouths too, right? Like I'm just watching mainstream media right now. I'm just like, guys, like how many words can you spew out, right? I'm bored by this. I'm bored by this. I mean, tell me, guys, tell me, chat, if you are bored, if you're bored by this. Um, Hareda says, I'm not sure if that's a good idea to go where chat wants to go. Ooh, maybe I'm an amateur now. I mean, I haven't been streaming for such a long time. Maybe, maybe it isn't good. But I have faith in you guys. I have faith in you guys. I've been looking at this chat, and I have faith in you guys to see where we're going. So we got Dal Blink says, I've been watching since 2017. Man, respect for that. Respect. It's been a journey, man. It's been a journey. And I guess to put things into perspective as well, right? I mean, if you follow this channel, you've been in crypto for a long time. All right, if you've been here since 2017, you've been in crypto for a long time, and I guess like today I had a little bit of like reflections, I guess. Like I was talking to my parents-in-law, right, and for them they're like, oh, the markets are bad, the markets are terrible. They're like doom and gloom. Right? Asian guys, right? Asian guys are always doom and gloom. All right, that's a rule. Not to be racist, but that's a rule, right? Like old Asian guys are always thinking, oh, the world's coming to an end. The US dollar sucks. US, like, Euro sucks. Japanese yen sucks. Everything sucks, right? Bitcoin sucks. But I mean, like, I talked to him about Bitcoin since Bitcoin was like 8K, right? It's still like let's see, what is it now? It's still 17. It's no 19K, guys. Still 19K, guys. I mean, we've been in it for a long time, right? I guess if you zoom out a bit, we're still massively up. It does hurt to see numbers go down. All right. I mean, let me actually just like scroll this down a bit. That's how much we fell. Right. We fell so much. I gotta change the scale here. All right. We peaked around the 21st in 2021. We peaked at 69K. Jesus, yeah, that's like it must hurt. Like I feel like for people who are new to this space, I mean, if they bought Bitcoin in anywhere near this region, which is when Bitcoin was like the talk of the town, right? When Bitcoin was talk of the town, when people were massively just like talking about Bitcoin, and if people got in here and they didn't get into yield farming, if they didn't get into some of the crazy DeFi products, like those DeFi free coins, like whether it's like Uniswap or dare I say YFI, that stuff was insane, right? If we were in that, I mean, obviously you're golden. Even if you're like up, even if you bought up here, you got into DeFi, you'll still be good, right? That was how good DeFi was, right? But if you didn't go into DeFi, if you just bought Bitcoin, you bought Dogecoin, you'll be down. What is it? 19 divided by 68. Yeah, you're down 78%. Yikes! I mean, I can see why some people are upset. I can see why people are upset. Like, especially if this is your first ride. Yeah, we got pseudo crypto says I'm short since we lost 58K. Mugen Power says 1 BTC equals to 1 BTC. Alan says going back to 8K soon. I can definitely see why some people can be upset. I can definitely see why some people are asking, hey, are you okay? Right. I get asked that quite a lot. I go in chat. I go on my Telegram chat, and I get that asked a lot. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Yo, are you okay? Of course I'm okay. Right. I've been in this ride for a long time. I de-risk when I had to de-risk. I took losses when I had to take losses too. We'll talk about some of the ridiculous losses I have for this cycle too. I mean, I'm not gonna be dishonest here. I'm not gonna say I'm the perfect guru. There are losses. This is crypto, right? But that being said, and some people also ask me why I smile sometimes when I say things like that. It's because like I guess I'm to a point I find humor in this now. Like I've took such huge losses, but it also has such huge gains that I'm indifferent to this, and I can just laugh sometimes. I feel like there's still some of my friends that are like every day they're just calculating how much they've lost. They're hodlers too, right? There aren't many people who aren't hodlers that I know, because the ones that aren't hodlers, they leave and they probably like either lose money and leave. But the people who are around, they're hodlers. But some of the hodlers, they still calculate like how much their net worth has gone down every single day. And I felt it wasn't necessary to do that anymore. Like I felt like for me, at the very least, it's just unnecessary. Like hodl's gonna be around. Like I don't believe crypto is gonna fall. Like I don't believe crypto is gonna die. Right? I mean, like look at this tweet by CZ. It's popping. As he just posted this like 30 minutes ago. It's got like what, almost 1,000 retweets already. He's like, question CZ, how do you see this market? He's like, I don't know. It's my third cycle. 2013 all-time high $1,000, then a low of a 200 for a year. 2017 all-time high $20,000, then a low of 3K. Right, that's almost like 85% down. We're not even at that number yet. All right, all-time high 20K, then a low of 3K for a year. All right, 2021 all-time high 68K, low of 20K so far. So that's the ride we're on. That's the ride we've been here for, right? So it's like, go figure. I'm not good at TA, but do you see the trend? I love that. So yeah, I guess it's just been, and Bernard is echoing this. He says it's like a riding a roller coaster over and over again. Loses its excitement factor over time. I definitely see that, and I guess it's like, for YouTube content, you want to be shocking, right? This is where I'm like very, very conflicted about emotions. Like even for this thumbnail, I'm like, oh my god, like I like that. That's what works on YouTube, right? You gotta have emotion. You gotta stir up some drama. You gotta stir up some shit. You gotta, yeah, you gotta pretend and act for your life. But I'm like, nah. But I also got a good question here from Alan SH. Says, you never bother short selling? Not too much. Like I traded, and for me, a lot of the good trades were on during a bull market. I find it's much easier to long than to short. Like that's just the Frank story, right? Like I feel like the best trade I made was this like 3x long on Doge. Like I was a little bit like, oh yeah, Elon hasn't tweeted for a while. Let me 3x long on Doge, using those like bull tokens and stuff, right? And that was like ridiculous, like the gains on that, because like during a bull market, the amount you can get is just utterly insane, right? If a token pops, and I guess like now I feel like there was a time I wanted to take a break. Like the whole YouTube thing, the whole trading thing, it just got to me for a while. So I felt like there were two kind of cycles I missed out on. So yeah, I didn't really actively trade for the past, let's say almost like 3 months, like super active. Like before I'll be like actively trading YouTube. I'll be actively trading. I'll be actively making YouTube videos. And I just got burnt out, right? So there was a point I decided I just wanted to make my peace. Like there was a point where I said, I sold as much alts as I wanted to decrease my position just in case, something like this happened. So like I made my preparations and I was happy with it. It was to a point where I'm like, I'm happy to hold this many alts. I'm happy to take this much profit. I'm happy to be where I'm at, right? And then I just kind of stopped it there, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to trade every day. I'm not going to let this kind of dictate my life for a while, because I was definitely at a point in a danger of just going overboard and becoming very unhappy just because of like the amount of like stuff to do. So yeah, so that was my situation. I'm happy to hodl. I'm still waiting. I'm still patiently waiting for prices to to for this bear market to play out. That was kind of my experience. Like, I think a lot of people, like they jump on Twitter, right? They jump on Twitter like, I'm buying now. I'm almost out of funds, right? I mean, like, oh, come on, like, all right. And not financial advice, but like, come on, guys. And this is just experience from 2017, 2018, right? We experience all these like mega dumps, right? It's the same stuff happened, right? That's the exact same things happen, right? The exact same memes happened too, right? So if you guys roll back the clock a little bit, yeah, sure, 2017 mega dump near Chinese New Year dump, guys, Chinese New Year dump, right? Bitcoin dropped like space of a month, right? From 27th, 19th of December, okay, to 22nd of December, it dumped like from 19K all the way down to 12K, right? Then waited for a while, and then we got more dumps coming, right? And it dumped even more, right? It dumped even more. There was a year where it just stabilized. I mean, I'm just waiting for that. I'm just waiting for this period of stabilization, right? This period of just nothing happening, right? Like that's what I'm waiting for, right? Like as some guy who's DCAs in and just goes in, like this would be a good point. 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 Oh heck, drops even further. Well, I'm not out of money. This would be a good point, right? Like it's not the I'm not hurried, and I guess this is the problem with the market right now too, right? Like if everyone's thinking the same and no one is buying, if everyone's just like waiting here to buy, there's no urgency. Then yeah, that's what we're experiencing, right? So, anyways, that's my 2 cents right now. I'm kind of waiting for a period of just calm. Like I'm patiently waiting. I'm patient. Um, yeah, that's my current play. I feel like the people who made a lot of money also are the ones who accumulated over time as well. I think that's been like my winning strategy. I'm not gonna change it. Don't see any reason to change it. And I mean, if you hear some ridiculous stories too, I mean, come on, guys. Like, yeah, like, it's it's crypto. Having a bear market is actually sad to say this. Sad to say this, but it's actually good. It's actually good that we have a bear market to have the opportunity to buy, to have things calm down a little bit, to deliver actual value, right? So and then I guess if you just play things out, you can see these parabolic rises, right? You can see these parabolic. These are what we're looking for, and these are the game changers, right? These are what's gonna change everything. I think a lot of people, they think that people make money on these leveraged positions, and you're gonna hear a lot of stories too. You're gonna hear a lot of stories where people make ridiculous amounts of money on leveraged positions, and we have that as well. It's like, so right now, like it's kind of funny. Right now, I'm running a small team in the office. Building this space. I felt like, okay, if I'm taking time from YouTube, I will kind of want to go into a build state and kind of meet good developers, meet good researchers, build up a team. So next wave, I'll also be even better. But in the office, you kind of hear people trading, right? There's a lot of young kids, a lot of people who are in the 20s, just graduated, either. And there's some people who haven't even graduated yet. There's people who are in the final year, they're interns, right? But they just got exposed to crypto. They've been in the bull market. They made some ridiculous gains. But you can also see them, they made ridiculous losses too. It's kind of funny. Like, you can sometimes tell by their faces. Like, no one wants to admit it. They're like, all these kids, they're insecure, right? They're never gonna admit that they lost on a leverage trade, right? Like that would be stupid, right? That would be stupid. Everyone only shares their victories, right? That's the rule. So, but you can tell in their faces and how they kind of even move that they probably got wrecked hard. Like, you can probably say, like, this day this guy probably got wrecked hard, and you can just, like, you can probably map that out. So I guess I'll just share that with you guys. Like, man, I mean, do I feel happy? I don't feel happy that these guys made losses, but we've all been through this, right? We all been through days when we will have leverage. I mean, my most famous leverage position. I'll share this with you guys. I'll share this. My most famous leverage position was a 3x leverage long on Ethereum. All right, we'll give you a chat. We'll give you a chat. Chat, guess what price I got Ethereum at? Like, what was my 3x leverage? 3x leverage on ETH. One of my first trades in the space. That was a time when I couldn't even really pronounce Ethereum. It's Ephraim, this Ephraim thing, right? They're talking about this Ephraim thing, and all my programmer friends are like, this Ephraim thing's legit. All right, this Ephraim thing's legit. So yeah, guess what price I got into it at? I won't guess you a date, but I took a 3x leverage. This was on Kraken. This was before the days of like, all right, that's a little bit revealing. This is before the days of FTX. It was before the days of Binance even. But yeah, we're getting closer. We've got Brian Miller's 50, as is $1. Chilias is $7. Angelus is 20. All right. We got Grant Hughes. Grant Hughes is gonna win he's gonna win the jackpot. He's gotta win the jackpot. He said 15. So that's right. So it's actually $14. $14 ETH. Right. That was my 3x leverage. And let's take a guess if I won out on that. 3x leverage on ETH at $14. Did I make money on that trade? Did I make money on that trade? Grass Genshin gives us $7 to $14. I think I can remember smiley face, but yeah. Tokens them. So yeah, so you guys are definitely getting there. You guys are definitely there. So the time docs this. So Grass Grand gives us win plus. Yeah, it was a big loss, dude. It was I got destroyed on that. So it was $14. I took that trade, 3x leverage. I thought, oh no way, ETH is gonna fall down like low, right? No way, ETH is gonna go to $5. But fuck. Okay, am I allowed to swear on YouTube? I forgot. But it got destroyed. There was this flash crash that obliterated ETH, right? It just took ETH down. There was that famous flash crash. You can search it. You can search it up, like Ethereum flash crash. Like I think it was 2017. Yeah, it was this one. It was either this one or close to this one. But this flash crash took ETH down to basically nothing. All right. It was stupid. It was like the first time I actually learned about flash crashes. Like it took ETH down to like $0. All right, this is okay. So, all right, there you go. So yeah, that was fun. Like I think it was actually 2016 rather. Yeah, it was memorable for me. It was memorable for me. It just took ETH down. I got liquidated, money gone. Have fun playing. Um, yeah. I learned that the hard way. I learned. It's actually quite important to have a hodl. It's okay to have a trade account, but it's important to have sub accounts. All right, that was a key. That was the key. I guess like initially like I was so devastated by that first massive trading blow up, but I didn't trade for a while. Like I think like 2017, 2018, 2019, I actually didn't take leverage positions for a while. I was like, wow, this is just full scam, right? It's full scam. This is full scam, and I rather be careful. And I guess it's also the insult as well. Like because of that flash crash, it was a point where if you logged back in, I think 3 days later or 2 days later, you'll see that ETH prices are all the way back again, right? It was just stupid. It was just like a very fast blip that liquidated my position, and then things just went up after that. So it was just that insult to injury where I feel like that took me away from trading for a while, for trading leverage. That being said, I think again, like 2020 and 2021, I secretly got back. I secretly started trading, like trading again on futures. That was when I learned sub accounts, right? Like when I got into FTX, I kind of just used that as a leverage trading platform for a while. It actually worked out super well to take a few trades, and Yeah, but that was when I really got into sub accounts. I realized, okay, you gotta click these buttons for sub accounts. So if a sub account blows up, you're still fine, right? That was a key position. So, anyways, that's my short BTC or short now stream comment. So, am I actively shorting? Nah, I don't think so. I'm just looking for a time to buy. That's a time to buy. Uh, Alan S. just a 13-year-long U.S. stock Super Bowl has ended. How could you be so sure with the next crypto cycle? I feel like there's a lot of negativity in the finance space right now, but I don't know. I do feel like it is affecting crypto, but that being said, all right, if you look at where money should be parked right now, there's nowhere good to go. So I'm thinking people are also over fearful right now. It's to a point where, how would I say it? Like people are just being negative. Negative Nancy's are everywhere, right? Like yes, it doesn't look good right now. Let's see. Let's look at the 1 hour chart right now for Bitcoin. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, it looks terrible. Let's go 15 minutes. So yeah, so we're not in. So yeah, not too good. Not too good. Not too good. Kind of rescale things, huh? Oh, Banana Car says, what is quite amazing is everyone's trying to predict the market with the insanity going on globally. I totally agree. This world's going nuts right now. But that's, I guess, almost a good thing. I guess like people are gonna hate me. I think after this stream, people are gonna hate me. Cause yeah, we could definitely see the. I definitely see the support holding though. It's weekend. I think people are probably gonna try to crash it. Like I definitely feel like this is a time for some major financial plays as well. Like since this weekend, since there's no big buyers, I think weekends are always becoming like a time to try to mess with the market. Like if you're going for the offensive and making some massive shorts, like this weekend is gonna be kind of crazy. So I definitely see some fluctuations, but I'm definitely see how strong this is gonna be. That's gonna be interesting. All right, so we actually have a good question as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some Q&A. We're gonna see what chat wants to do, but I do have some prepared news and updates just for us to go over, chit chat about it, whatever, whatnot. Um, we have a good question from JP who says, "Will DeFi trend return? Luna, Celsius, Three Arrow, blow up, damage DeFi." Um, and I already see crypto crab answers Celsius was CeFi. It's not DeFi. It's not decentralized. That being said, of course, I think there will be public confusion. Like I've gotten up to a point where I kind of feel like people will just broadly generalize now. It's like Web3 means everything. DeFi means everything, right? Like you do go to general public, you ask them, hey, is is Celsius DeFi? Yeah, of course Celsius DeFi is making DeFi for the masses, right? Look, I feel like DeFi will come back, but it could be another year. I was hoping it would come back a little bit sooner, but there's just no innovation, right? Like DeFi will come back when there's actual innovation to be made in that space. I mean, we had our exchanges, right? We had our Uniswap, right? That completely changed how cryptocurrencies are exchanged, right? That was the Uniswap and the later forks like PancakeSwap and stuff. They completely changed the power dynamic even for trading altcoins. Right? That was how disruptive it was. Like back in the day, people needed to like projects needed to find an exchange. They'd be willing to pay like Huobi, OK, Binance, 100K, 200K, and then, like at some peaks, there people were trying to pay exchanges $1 million or $2 million to list their coins on exchanges, right? Because they knew that exchanges were the key. People couldn't get their coins without exchanges, so they were willing to pay for those exchanges. But the moment Uniswap came out, right, or not the moment, actually, it took a while, but the moment Uniswap became popular, all of a sudden people realized, yeah, we can go to a decentralized exchange and do this. I mean, anyone can list anything now, right? So now the exchanges had to step up, right? You can tell how disruptive it was just by how exchanges react to these listings. They were listing things very aggressively. Binance immediately responded with their Binance incubation segment, where they're just like listing up coins very, very quickly in rapid succession. They're like, yeah, let's not care about the income that we get from listing fees. Let's starting list these new assets, because if not, people are just gonna trade elsewhere, right? They were sweating. They were sweating. So that was the disruption. Then came the lending platforms, and that was good. That kind of functioned very well, like Compound and all its like kind of derivatives after that. But then after those two kind of major disruptors, then you have like the farms, right? The Wi-Fi. Right now I'm like looking at Spool, like I'm using the Spool farms. But after that, like after these aggregators, we kind of ran out of ideas. Like DeFi became like, let's experiment with printing money. Let's experiment with like these algorithmic stable coins, because that's like the quickest way to get money. But they didn't really provide an industry disruptor, right? Like that was a problem with DeFi. And if you look at future DeFi projects, they're just like, oh yeah, this is like the same old DeFi thing, but with, you know, more legitimacy, with more regulation. It's more regulation compatible, right? It wasn't as disruptive. Mini Ma'am says, what means DeFi? DeFi is decentralized finance. So that's like the major application that that was kind of brought forth in the last 2 years in crypto. Like the ability for us to run an exchange in a decentralized fashion where people can just like trade without anyone having custody of their coins, or having a lending platform, right? Like Compound being a good example of that. Compound. And these systems are very important in financial markets. Like in fact, I mean, because I'm in Hong Kong, I talk to a lot of these traditional finance guys, and a lot of these banks, they operate lending platforms where people can like say traditionally speaking, what people would have done is like a bank would have said, oh look, I can take in your money, I can lend it out to people. All right, so they give you a 2.6% rate, and then they'll lend it out at a 4% rate, and then they'll make the difference, right? That's what Compound's really doing, right? So Compound's that lending platform, and you get different saving rates, and these are super important features in traditional finance, and being able to do it in a decentralized fashion, that was important. That was disruptive, right? But yeah, but I feel like DeFi kind of ran out of steam. It's in a point where, does DeFi need more money? Does Compound need any more money? Nah, it's like it'll take a while for that to happen. But yeah, it kind of reached the limit of where it could go. So that was my 2 cents. So I feel like we just need to wait for another kind of big industry disruptor, almost. So to answer that question there. Um, Elliot Bull says, "Can regulation prevent the next bull?" Though I think like it's going back to one main point. Like if you're talking about bull markets and the cryptocurrency space, I feel like the discussion probably isn't around regulation as much. To be honest, I feel it's more to do with how messed up the world is gonna be in 1 or 2 years. And this is in many ways why I have my Bitcoin hodl back, right? Like this is in many ways why I'm not selling all my crypto or shorting my positions. I feel like Bitcoin has its time to shine, and I think this is very well described. Like I feel like in this Reddit post, let me see if I can find it. Bitcoins get ready for a shitstorm. I mean, this. Oh my god, there's so much noise here. But there was a good post talking about this is the like the train of thought is that this is the first time we're we're going through a recession cycle. And in many ways, like this is the first big test for Bitcoin, right? I can't find the article, but anyways, this it's not important. But this is the first test. Like that's a general line of thought, right? This is the first big test for Bitcoin, right? Can Bitcoin hold value? Will it be like gold? And I actually believe it is. I believe that with the world politics going the way it is, I mean, I can't. I don't even want to question. I won't even talk about how messed up world politics is at this point. But with the way the world politics is going, I mean, you have China versus U.S. right, and China's still stuck in this weird COVID bubble. It's so weird. It's like this world's so unstable and it's so bizarre right now. Then we have the war on in Ukraine. That's just devastating. Like I still have friends there, and they're going through like the worst times of their lives right now. This world is becoming extremely unstable, and having a form of currency that's not U.S. dominated, that can't be just magically printed, that can be transferred anywhere in the world. I actually see some immense value in that. So yeah, I believe that it's not going to be regulation that's going to change things as much or cause the next bull run, but really it's this realization that there's nothing else good in this world. Like everything is really utter crap compared to Bitcoin. I think that's the realization that I think a lot of people in like if you talk to maxis, they realized this a long time ago, right? That's the hypothesis they're testing. That's the belief that they're in. But I think for the majority of the other people, they kind of viewed crypto as this like frou-frou tech product, right? Let's draw some correlation between that. Silicon Valley went in, so that confirmed it's a tech product. Let's do that. So that was a narrative for a while, and it's still the dominant narrative now, which is why we have that insane correlation with the stock market. But once people start realizing, and if things do actually go bad, I think that's where I feel like the bull is gonna come. So we're still waiting for that capitulation. We're still waiting for those weak hands to come out, and it could be the case that we dive a little bit, nose dive a little bit further. That's possible, right? Like it could be possible that we might even dive all the way down here, right? It could be it could be that we hit this point for a while, right? It could be 10K. It could. All right, but it could take 10 years, not 10 years. It could take a year to get there. It could be a case where we dive down, stabilize for a while, maybe have a little bump here, just to make things a little bit more exciting, and then maybe hit this line. All right. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're waiting for, right? We're waiting for that change. Everyone says box money is about to cry. Man, I wish. I wish I can feel again. Maybe. Everyone's saying you look like crap. Do I look like crap? Let me take a look. A little bit. It's late here, dude. It's like 11. Bad lighting too. You know? But nah, nowhere near feeling stuff. Everyone says you drinking, buddy. It's magic water, guys. It's magic water. So AB says, see things. Think 10K soon. James Robbins says the world is a messed up place right now. That messed up part is what I feel is sad. Like I do actually feel for that. That is actually quite strong. So Ryan Kenley says, stay strong, buddies. So yeah, I feel like that's what I'm waiting for. I mean, been in this space for long enough to decide what I want in this space, what matters. Dave Bet says, that's not nice. You're fine, bro. All right. So, let me load the Ethereum chart too. I'm just a spectate. I want to see if we're dropping below 1,000. That's kind of crazy. $1,000. Yep. So yeah. So we're like a little bit below 1,000 psychologically. I think people are gonna be scared. Oh my God, ETH is at 992. But yet again, I think we've seen this before. I think if you actually talk about stories, like last story for me here, last story before we go into the news segment, last story here. So I still remember there was a very good friend that asked me like, what's gonna happen to ETH? Because like there was a point when there was a mass ETH capitulation. So let me just zoom out in all time. It was roughly right. Oops. ETH. Sorry, I'm not very good at computers today. So it was at this point, right? Like where ETH really took a huge nosedive, right? It went up to like 1,400 here, and then it just dumped all the way down, and it kept dumping, right? There was a point where ETH kept dumping past 400 and past 200. There was a point where just a very good buddy of mine was like, "What do you see in ETH? You know, like what can push up ETH?" And I was like, "Real value delivery." That was what it needed. And at that time, I was being very careful. I was like saying like it might take 5 years for that to happen for ETH to show real value. And it actually turned out to be a lot sooner than that. Like the whole decentralized finance thing just popped ETH out, and all of a sudden people realized, oh my god, we need a decentralized smart contract platform, right? That was all the talk, right? And you just look at how insane that run up was for ETH, just going all the way to 4,800. That was insane, right? So I guess I'll say the same thing here. I don't think the potential of ETH has been realized. I mean, ETH during this whole stage, people started realizing it was important, but at the same time, ETH was just completely bogged down by network congestion issues. It never really had a time to shine this cycle, to be honest. Like, people saw the power, and then immediately they saw it being just clogged up, right? And there's still so much to come. Like Ethereum 2.0 is coming. You know, Vitalik's gonna one day. I think I can see that in like a year or so. Vitalik's gonna come out. He's like, the real ETH killer is ETH, right? We're gonna see that again. We're like the real Ethereum killer is Ethereum, all right? Like mark my words. But yeah, I see we're at that point. Yeah, it's the same time for those stories. So I guess that is what it is. You know, like yeah, sure, ETH dropped a lot, but I don't think it's over. I think the party is just beginning. There's still a lot of fear as well on what's gonna happen when Ethereum 2 merges, when that merge happens. Um, right now, I was just checking STETH as well because there's a lot of drama in there, and it's a little bit lower, but it's not that bad. All right. Also, guys, thank you guys so much for comments. The King member for 17 months. Thank you for being part of Team Crypto. Says excited for Ethereum 2.0 to launch in 2050. I'm a little bit more hopeful. I'm a bit more hopeful. The general rule I've always said is what programmers say and multiply that by 2 or 3, depending on how pessimistic you are. So if they say later half this year for Ethereum merge, very likely early next year, right? And then for Ethereum stake funds to be unlocked, because the way Ethereum is going to do is they're going to first merge Ethereum into Ethereum 2. And then what's going to happen is that they're going to unlock the staked funds that were in Ethereum 2. So it's going to be in 2 phases. So I expect the locked Ethereum to be locked up there for another maybe 1.5 years for a while. So am I excited? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When do I think it's going to happen? Like early 2023. Mike's Roll says, will KuCoin remain liquid? Likely. I don't see a big problem. And then Scarlet Snake Wong says BTC to 99999999999. I actually see that happening. Like as crazy as it sounds, as stupid as it sounds, even at this time, I actually see it happening. I think this run, like if I was to do a recap of this bull run, I think it actually it came faster and stronger beyond my expectations. Like if I was to give an honest feedback of, it's honest recap. If I was to do like a post-mortem on this bull run, I would say, yeah, it actually did came up. Like it was actually more aggressive than a lot of people would have anticipated. I mean, there were points in time when, you know, this rally here would have been, enough for me, but it was fast. And everyone knows what Bitcoin is now, right? Well, everyone's heard of what Bitcoin is, everyone's heard what Ethereum is, but most people don't really understand it beyond funny pictures on the internet or funny coins. So I still feel like there's still that knowledge gap to close, but we're much further along than there is. And you watch news, and there's like a crypto segment now, which is like, wow, pretty amazing. There's actually Silicon Valley investments into cryptocurrency space right now. Like, you look at Sequoia, Bain Capital, they're deploying multi-million-dollar funds targeting specifically crypto. So it's a different state. So is mooning now. Is it? Is it Solana? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It depends. AOP says, how is your ETH2 validator doing? I actually haven't checked up on it recently. So if you guys know, I've actually set up 2 Ethereum 2.0 nodes. Let me actually go and check that up. That's actually a really good question, because like, I'm one of those guys who cares about this stuff, right? Like, oh god. But I actually did a full stake for Ethereum 2.0. I did a full like a full Ethereum node that I staked into last year, but I don't know why I can't sign in to my node. So I need to find out where my node is. It's to a point where like I'm like farm and forget. I can't touch it for 2 years, right? What's the point? I just need to make sure the server is alive, right? Like, I don't even look at it, right? Like, that's my life right now. That is my life. Why can't I sign in? This is so weird. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm actually curious too. Now that you're and James McD is like, Ethereum 2.0 is pronounced ETH 2.0. That was the best meme. That was definitely the best meme of this month. Like, this one. You said ETH 2.0. I said ETH 2.0. ETH 2.0. But yeah, man. Oh man, I love the internet. All right, let me go back to find out where my node is right now. I need to actually find out the right one. I prove I'm human. I'm just logging into the account, get the bicycle stuff done, sign in. So I'll give you guys a quick update. So the balance of the account. So you gotta top up your node, right? So it's like $5 per month. Let me not dox myself. All right, let me try not to dox myself. But I think I'm still gonna dox it. All right, fuck it. Let's go. I think this was the one that was public anyway. So let me paste and go. Beacon chain. Here is this. So yeah, this is what it's at. All right. So initially it was 32 ETH that was staked. So it's already at 35.45. And the reason is because I got in this a little bit earlier than everyone else. When I got into this, it was 16% APY. So I was actually earning quite a bit. And then it just kept validating, right? You just get, every epoch you get a little bit of ETH. So per month you get 0.13 ETH. So if you multiply that by 1,000, you get $132 per month. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's still alive. It's more than the $5 I paid for that node. But I do expect myself to wait. So you can see that it's been active since December 10th of 2020. That was when I staked the ETH inside. And then, yeah, so it's been running now. It's accumulated basically 3.45 ETH, but I don't expect it to be unlocked for a while. So that's my income. That's not bad. It's not bad. I'm happy. I mean, I wouldn't have touched this ETH anyways. Like, it is... this is my hodl ETH I'm putting in there, so I wouldn't have made anything on it anyways if it wasn't for the staking. So it's actually not bad. So I just looking at the chat right now. We got No Low Bees says, age 85, waiting for the bottom and then retire. Man, if I'm 85 though, if I'm 85, I would spend my money now. All right, like if I was 85, I would spend as much money as I can to get the most out of life, right? Before I have like back problems or something like that. Like or before like I can't travel anymore. Um Iapo says, will you drop this when ETH when available? I actually won't. It is a hollow bag. I actually don't intend to. It's just I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't see any reason to touch it, right? Like I mean, it's one of those sentimental things right now, right? Like it's been active since 2020, right? I mean, why would I take it out? I mean, maybe I'll take some profits maybe, but I'm not gonna take it out. I mean, that's unnecessary at best. So yeah, I don't see any point in that. So all right, guys, chat. Whilst we are here, make sure you smash up that like button. Apparently, it does matter a little bit. I hate begging, but apparently those are YouTube things you gotta do, right? YouTube best practices get people to press the like button. So please do that. So that'll be cool. Highly appreciate that. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna just take up on the news, just chill. Um, yeah, see what I'll do on the news and see what's up. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. But guys, just thanks as well. We got Why Not? Says thoughts on Elron. I still hold Elron, man. Why not? Right, like it's fast and they react to things quickly. And there was a bunch of FUD recently, so I don't see any reason to dump it because like they handled the FUD and right now it's quite low because their exchange broke down for a few hours. Right, they suspended their exchange for a while, and I was like, drama. Enough of that. I'm just gonna hodl. Um, JP says your opinions on NFTs and how you played NFTs this cycle. So I will have a guilty confession. I will have a guilty confession for this, which is I did not play NFTs. All right, I tried. I tried many times to like NFTs, but it's like it's a stupid JPEG. Like I have no emotional attachment. Like I'm not that sort of guy to play NFTs. Like I understand it, and I understand there's a lot of friends that like a lot of my friends actually made a lot of money on NFTs, right? Like I had this long debate. I had this long debate with Calvin. He was a guy who bought a lot of pumps early. It's Calvin True of Impossible Finance. True. I'm like, this guy's an idiot, right? This guy's an idiot. I was like, this guy's an idiot. At that time, I was like, this guy's an idiot. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's young kids. They're playing JPEGs. Why would he play JPEGs? CryptoPunks are not gonna be anything. They're stupid, right? But I ate my words. I was like, okay, that the an NFT thing just rallied up like crazy. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be stubborn. I'm gonna swallow up all my pride. I'm not gonna be insecure. I'm like, Sifu. All right, I lose. You win. You got the punks now. You got the punks. You got the punks. Good job on punks. And I tried liking NFTs for a while. I mean, I tried to get a few things, but I just didn't have the feel for it. Like I didn't have that insane passion. Like it didn't feel like these things were changing the world. I felt like, and talking about Snake Wong here, who donated, like, smash the like button. Snake's a great artist, and the shit that he draws is like infinitely better than anything else out there, right? Like I've some really good artist friends I respect you, like good job Snake, but I'm like this is like crap that Snake can shit out in like 40 minutes, right? So I was like, why should I buy this for like $10,000, $100,000, right? It makes no sense to me. So I guess that's my rant. Obviously I could have made money. Obviously I could have lost money too, but I wasn't really big onto that trend. It was something that NFT came at a time where I wasn't super interested in it, and I was burning out, so I didn't trade it that much. So that was sad. It was sad. But there's still activity on it, and I still feel like the people who are playing NFTs, the blue chips are still there. And that being said, of course, I did actually invest in an NFT fund as well. So I actually invested ETH into an NFT fund. So they trade it for me rather than I trade it for them. Though that's my 2 cents on that. So let me just do something outside. Just give me a sec. I see there's gaming NFTs. NFTs is like buying a bag of air, but people like buying air, right? Like I as much as I want to fud NFTs, I do have to say that like it did well. It did well. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix something outside. Weird. My iPad outside started playing music, so weird. Rock for 10 mil. But I mean, yeah. I think NFTs are going back. Like their OpenSea is still the biggest place now. I feel like, yeah, for finishing my thoughts on NFTs, I think NFTs are also consolidating very much like cryptos right now. Like a lot of the alts, they're losing strength, and then NFTs, a lot of the crazy ones are losing strength. But that being said, Goblin Town was crazy, right? Like that Goblin Town was like what open sea. Goblin Town was just a free NFT that people get. Like I can see 100% why some people want to play it. I mean, if you're into crypto space and you get an NFT for free and you get to sell it, you know, free money, right? What's wrong with free money? Goblin Town WTF. Let's see how much they're selling for right now. Hey, still 2 ETH, right? Still 2K for one of these ugly things, right? Hey, that's not bad. Like, why not? Right not? Why not, guys? Why not? Floor price is good. Let me see the activity. I mean, it's dropped a bit. Sure. Dropped from 7 to 2 ETH. But I'm sure that people, like, there's a lot of people who probably just got it for free. There was like a free giveaway, right? They just gave it away. It's not dead. That's how scenes go. It's never over. I mean, that is what it is. Yeah. Lion Way says, "Are you moved back to your parents?" Nah, nah. By pollinators is ugly. I still see like I see in this market like the degenerate stupid shit. That's gonna be like that's what happens in the bear market, right? In the bear market, the legit stuff dies very quickly, and then like it's either the stupid stuff or the ultra legit like Bitcoin Ethereum stuff. It's like there's no in between. I can definitely see this happen this wave. So, anyways, let's go back to stuff. Yeah, but yeah, that's my take on it. Like, all right, let's go perspective from 2017. This guy's DCAing again, and he's arguing that yeah, like there's a cycle here, and crypto's never been through a full recession cycle. So, you know, that's interesting. I do agree there. That's one reason why I have my hodl bags. We also have some news that Magic Internet Money is the latest stablecoin to blow up. The peg has dropped to as low as 92 cents. The treasury is insolvent, market cap of 200 mil. So this is following the UST blow up. MIM seems to be getting a lot of flack right now, but experiments work, experiments fail. But that being said, they're defending. So I guess if you guys are in MIM, all right, if you guys are in MIM, like okay, NFA, but if I was in MIM, I would de-risk right now. Right, there's no reason to hold a stable coin if it could potentially lose value. So this is actually a great time to de-risk. So this is the de-risk opportunity, right? So yeah, take it, leave it. But yeah, PSA, if you guys are in MIM, FUD's coming. Let's see what else is there that I have hope for you guys. This CZ tweet is interesting. We got Crypto Chimp says, "Fuck this, I'm out. I listened to 3AC and very sober on Twitter and been longing dips from the top. I have no collateral left and get fucking liquidated today. I'm done with crypto for good. I've never deposited another 1,000 is Ponzi again. Fuck this scam." Man, that amount of anger, man. But you know, it's crypto, right? I think it's posted from somewhere. I think it's not. Yeah, it's posted from somewhere else. It's a common posted thread. Like insert whatever drama's happening. But it's crypto, right? Let me follow this guy. It's very likely gonna be funny. but it is crypto, right? It is crypto is crypto. We also got coming up here, Terraform Labs and co-founder Do Kwon sued in U.S. court over collapse of stablecoin Terra USD court filing. Man, that was crazy, right? I mean, this is not unexpected. We'll definitely see some court filing soon. Man, I feel like this was a situation where like Terra Luna was the prime of example of something that seemed to have good traditional finance back. Well, good reputable, not traditional finance, but crypto finance backing, and they blew up. And it just goes to show, like, this will be a prime argument for the crypto funds not knowing what the hell they're doing either, right? Like the number of Koreans that were pro Terra, it's to a point where everyone in Korea like worshipped Do Kwon, and they believed that this will work. But this is an experiment. Some experiments work, some experiments fail, and it failed. Did I lose out in Terra Luna and with the UST? Yes, I did. I was farming UST. I was trying to get the 20% yield. I managed to get some of it out at 98 cents. I got some out at 80 cents. I got some out at 60 cents before it completely collapsed. But I think the overall was a loss. Like overall was a loss, but it wasn't catastrophic for me because oh yeah, and also the farming as a service I got also took like a 6-7% loss on it. So yeah, it was a loss, 6 to 7%, but you probably got like 5% yields. Like that's how I justify it. Got maybe 5% yield and I lost 6 to 7%. Yeah, lose 2%. You win some, you lose some. I'm definitely not like after that lesson, I'm definitely not as aggressive farming. That being said, I'm still farming. It's kind of weird. A lot of people hear the worst of all things. They're like, "Oh, box mining. He lost all his money farming." Like, no, I lost like 2-3%, and if you count all the stuff that I made from farming, like if I like I was in Curve, I was in Wi-Fi, I was in like all the crazy stuff, right? Like you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? Like stop freaking out, dummies. And yeah, am I farming as aggressively now? Not as much as before. A lot of my funds are, held on exchanges or either being withdrawn out. But there's still some in farming. I'm still in Spoolify. I think they still have not Spoolify. I mean that one. Um, I think they still have an incentivized deposit for maybe less than 5 days. So it's not really worth it going in to be honest at this point. But they had like 12% for a while, and I think their incentivized rewards, they still have, let me see how many days remaining, 10 days remaining on that. So yeah, it's not really worth it. But I think that I've been farming that for like 40 something days now, 30 something days. So, well, free money is free money. It's good to spend free money. It's great. Getting 12%. I was a little bit higher. I was like 30%. So why not? I'm still in Wing Finance. I think that's probably gonna surprise everyone. The one that had the bridge being hacked and then they restored it. I'm still in that one. I just felt like after the hack happened, there was just no point moving it out. I mean, they're giving what? Let's see. Yeah, USDC, they're giving like 8-9% yields. USD SUSD, they're giving 10%. Yeah, why not? Why not? Uh, Rio Degen. Some people are like Rio Degen. Still farming in my yard. Still farming in crypto. Still farming in my yard. I feel like that's the way it is. I mean, I guess what the way I live right now is so I live in a service apartment right now. So like just living out, being trying to not clutter my life, and I kind of tend to spend what I make on my yield. So like that's my monthly spending. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, this month I made this much yield and this can pay for this much stuff. So that's roughly my budget. So I'm not really spending any of my crypto. or the money I made in crypto. But like so long as it's like within what I get on my yield, I think that's fine. So that's my 2 cents. Um, why not? Says Blockfolio safe. The thing about safe in crypto is nothing safe unless it's in your actual Trezor or ledger. Like it's safe enough, but like the real safety is in your Trezor, right? So you know, I still believe that. So there you go. That's my thoughts on everything. So let's go finish for the news. We got yeah, three firms are down bad this week, and things may get worse. Oh my God, guys! Babel topples. Celsius network goes cold. The three arrows. Capital has a target painted on it. Look, there's still also there's a lot of fear on the market because like we don't really know how bad the situation is at Celsius because it's a black box. And then Three Arrows too, it's a fund, and Three Arrows they confirmed they suffered heavy losses, but we don't really um know for certain how terrible bad it is. Um, it's that's the uncertainty that's lying on the market. So I mean, but it does seem to be like the mainstream media is going to report on it. It's going to probably shit on it. Everyone's going to be afraid. That is what it is. People are going to sue each other now. It's crypto. But funny thing is that, all right, this is interesting. Funny thing is that Immutable launches a 500 million development fund for Web3 game adoption. So hey, man, money's still coming in. It's not absolute doom and gloom. We also have Tether. They're claiming that there's a coordinated conspiracy trying to take it down. Like, when is there not a conspiracy to take Tether down? Like, when is there not a coordinated conspiracy to take it down like that? I honestly want to ask the guys at Tether, like, how much FUD do you have to deal with on a daily basis? I'm not supporting Tether, honestly, guys. I'm not a pro Tether. I frankly don't care at this point because like I'm not gonna hold it for long. I think like it's pretty much established right now that USDC is the most like legit one of the bunch. Like they're all terrible, but off like all the non-terrible ones like USDC or PAX, they're considered to be much better regulated. So like I've already started like I've pretty much moved my funds away from USDT at this point. So I really kind of stopped caring. Like I guess like I care it because it will affect the market, but I don't care for it because it personally doesn't affect me anymore. But like I'm kind of neutral on this point. But I feel like there's always gonna be Tether FUD. But I don't think it's gonna fall. My 2 cents. My 2 cents. Brian Miller says billions of dollars pouring into gaming. It's gonna be interesting. I have a lot to say on that, but I'm not gonna fill this with gaming talk for now. We also have the SEC state regulators probe crypto lender Celsius over accounts freeze. I mean, this is also expected. So the US SEC securities regulators in Alabama, Kentucky, New Jersey, Texas, Washington are investigating the decision by crypto lender Celsius Network to freeze funds, Reuters say. But just remember, guys, I know Celsius is a touchy subject here. I mean, I got a lot of feedback after my last video, but like, I know Celsius is a touchy subject, but it is a black box. It is centralized finance. It's centralized AF. I even got people messaging me like, do your best to defend Celsius. It's the best thing. It's gonna bring DeFi users. Like it's gonna bring people into DeFi. I'm like, no, it's a centralized service, man. It's not even a bank, guys. Relax, calm down. Like I'm not gonna support it. I'm not gonna FUD it. Right? Like it is what it is. It's a centralized service where you can send cryptocurrencies to, and they froze withdrawals. Likely, they're not gonna be going broke. They're not gonna be insolvent. I don't think this is a Mount Gox situation. Like, I did the calculations here, right? We did the math on this channel, right? It was like 240 million of potential losses that Celsius has because they invested in DeFi products or they had exposure to DeFi products that blew up, like Badger DAO hack or something like that, right? Like Badger DAO, they had some a little bit of UST, but the total loss is like 240 million. It's not gonna be They were holding almost $12 billion assets under management at some point. So yeah, I don't really see them completely blowing up. And it's good to have them invest. I think there's need for regulation in that space if it's a black box, right? I mean, there's no situation in hell should a black box not be regulated. It's centralized finance. It needs a regulatory body to make sure they're not like scamming people, right? Like absolutely. But I kind of see all these things as like a stepping stone towards decentralized finance. So it is what it is. Um, you know, not gonna be for it, not gonna be against it. I'm just seeing what it is. Line says, lol, Mt. Gox victims still haven't got their money back after 10 years. Hey, that's me. That's me. That's me. Hey, Mt. Gox victim, you wanna see a Mt. Gox victim? That's me. That's the first big exchange blown up. Proud to say I've been there. Proud to say I've been there. It was my lesson not to leave cryptocurrencies on exchanges. Like, from that point onwards, like I knew how. I was like, let me buy a ledger. I asked those stupid nerds on the internet. They're asking you to buy this weird USB device. Actually, to be fair, at the Mt. Gox time, there weren't ledgers back at that time, right? Like fair for me, but you know, is Bernard Macaris says SEC, FINRA, Federal Reserve, blah blah blah. People have lost most confidence in these institutions. Of course, that's what crypto's for. But crypto's not there yet. Crypto's not there yet. JP says Celsius liquidation is now at 13,000. I actually don't think Celsius will actually get liquidated. I mean, they froze they're actually not stupid, right? I actually think they're not stupid. They froze withdrawals. They still have liquidity on hand, and if cryptocurrency prices fall, they're still gonna they can still double down on their position, right? It's they're not stupid. So there you go. Crypto Crabman says paper wallet time. That's the most hardcore. JJ Markle says, is crypto dead? Far from it, guys. Far from it. We've been, it's kind of interesting. Like we collected some feedback from chat earlier on. So if you guys are just hopping into this chat now, I see like we have 300 something odd people right now. So thanks for watching, guys. But if you guys are hopping in now, like we collected information. Like a lot of people in this chat, we've been holding for a long time, and like this stuff happens all the time. Bitcoin's being this roller coaster ride, and to be frank, we definitely are losing emotions at this point. So it is what it is. Oh, I was gonna listen to music. All right, let's go listen to some upbeat music. So guys, you guys have requests as well, whichever music you want to play. But I was gonna play some music, at least for myself. But if it works, of course, which is not. So open soundbar, open volume settings. Yeah, sound's not working. Weird. All right, whatever. It's not meant to be. We'll get some music next video. We'll get some more live streams. I think I'll make this a thing. Like if you guys like this, I'll make this a thing. And we'll do live streams again. But I just haven't done them for a while, so I thought, right now let's just do this. So lastly, let's go. This meme was great. Favorite meme of the week. The other meme was great, right? The nut punching one is great, right? Like this is like the old 27 nut kicking video. That was great, right? This one. Bitcoin 800. Ugh. I just remember this meme from 2017. It's time to bring this back out again. And the other great meme from 2017 was this one. This one's great. This one's great. Placing your buy orders below support, and then inject FUD into the market. Let's get ass people. Noobs panic sell. Noobs panic selling. Correct. I mean, this is pretty much crypto in a nutshell, right? Sad. We got running races weekly live stream, please. I would love to do it. I would love to do it. Let's find a good time for this to do too. I'll probably experiment. I'm actually in a very big experimentation mode for YouTube and crypto. So Experimenting a lot. I do hope that this type of content is good. I'm trying to be a little bit more laid back as well. I felt like, I guess before I was just like, I was trying too hard. Like now, I guess like I'm in a state where I just don't. I don't want to. I don't need to please anyone anymore. And after seeing a bunch of insecure people, I realized, yeah, insecurity, man. That's like a biggest, like a big freaking pain. So yeah, so I want to be more laid back. I want to just chill out with you guys. Um, I am Fabunki says 2018 was a crazy time too. It really was. It really was. It really was a crazy time, and you know, yeah, it was a fun time. But you know what is let's go back to my favorite Bitcoin rainbow chart. Like I do see it's kind of sad that we didn't see Bitcoin pass 100K, but I can see that happen again. So this is the rainbow chart. Wow. I actually didn't realize that we were in basically a fire sale stage already. So basically, it's a logarithmic chart, and we see that after the halvings, Bitcoin moves up in value, and it kind of stays within this kind of band. So they kind of put colors on it. So you can see this is starting data starting from 2012. This is the big first bull run. Bitcoin got up to 1,000. Impressive. And then the second one, 2017, it got up to like 17K and actually 19K. So 19K, 20K here. So it touched the peak. This run, I was hoping that Bitcoin would touch the peak, which would send Bitcoin into the 170K range, but it actually didn't go there. It kind of loitered around. So it actually does show that this, I mean, we might have to redraw the rainbow in that case. But yeah, we're actually diving all the way back down to it's basically a fire sale. So yeah, we're at 19K right now. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I actually didn't realize we're this low. I actually like before loading this chart. To be honest, I thought we would be up in the green zone. Mm. Cool dude, 1995 says, "Will these models become obsolete if they don't stick to the bandings?" Yes, yes, absolutely. But I do see that it's still like it's still interesting. I wouldn't stop looking at these models. Like they're not, like it gives you a way to zoom out. I would say like it allows you to look at the big picture and just say, oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. I mean, it's because like a lot of times we look at this chart, right? It's like this is the chart I almost always look at 7 days, right? And then you forget to look at these bigger charts and look at the big picture. Like sometimes you just have to look in there for a while and make the right decisions there. So, anyways, I feel like that's kind of um where I want to end the stream. I guess Charlu says 2006 is sure, buddy. Don't get stuck into fear. It's kind of weird. Like I guess what I think my emotions are and what people think my emotions are very different. I feel like some people were commenting earlier that I'm almost gonna cry at some point or something like that. I feel like I guess I have resting sad face maybe. Like I have no feelings whatsoever, dude. Like I've seen too many of these markets. I've seen way too many of these markets to have emotions. But maybe it's the lighting or like it's dark or something like that that makes me feel like I have weird emotions. Like it's kind of weird. Like on my other video with Logan Paul, people are like, "Oh, you're smiling too much. Are you happy he's losing money?" And I guess here people are feeling, "Oh, I'm too sad." I'm not sad, dude. I'm like, it's not that I'm fine. I just actually feel indifferent. But yeah, that's kind of do. Ronnie Ray says, "Real question: How do you go about doing crypto research?" I actually do a lot more. So something that's quite interesting. If you guys are interested, that gives you a big update. Is the Daily Bear. That was actually quite good. Like, if you guys want to do that, the Daily Bear is by Darren Lau. It used to be the Daily Ape, but it's now the Daily Bear. So if you guys want to do research on that, that's a good channel to keep yourselves up to date. Yeah, there's quite a few good channels lying around, but there we go. Brandon Daniel says, "I'm going to keep this short." Michael Gu, I'm going to keep this short. I actually really enjoyed the stream. I actually really enjoy hanging out with you guys, and it was actually a really enjoyable live stream. So I will keep it short there. I do enjoy you guys happening, so I'll leave it at that. The Daily Bear. Also, I'm gonna put my own one as well. I have the Box Mining Public, the Box Fam. Box Fam is where we can go and come and chat. So Box Fam, go for that. I'm gonna put that into the chat as well, guys. So if you guys are interested, come join us. Come join us on the Box Mining family. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm publishing a lot more videos recently, so I hope you guys do tune into that. Quick show as well, I guess. Quick show, quick show. There's a channel called Box Mining Shorts. So this is a channel where I'm trying to create experimental A/B tests. All right, I'll be very honest there. Like there's a portion of me that wants to understand what people like and what people don't like. And this is my A/B test channel. It's also shorter. Like I'm testing shorter form videos there, like 5-minute videos, 3-minute videos, clickbaity thumbnails. Like look at this one. This is the Jake Paul "I'm broke because of crypto" video. Um, it got a lot of views, man. And it's like it drastically outperformed, Crypto Contagion, Finblocks is in trouble. Like the one that had like good crypto research, that one got like 300 views, and this one got 5K because it's got Jake Paul, right? This is just telling me people love Jake Paul. But it is what it is, right? Like I'm using this channel, like it's a much smaller subscriber base. It's like 6,000 people subscriber base. So it's very easy for me to just do A/B tests without risking that on the main channel. Like I was testing like 2-minute videos and stuff. So if you guys want any kind of interesting content or any suggestions for them, or just like be part of the experiment. All right, I'll be brutal about that. Like be part of the experiment. You guys are be my guinea pigs. If you guys do want to be my guinea pigs, go check out the Box Money Shorts channel. Like crypto crabman Gen Z loves shorts, man. I do understand it. I do understand it. It is like, like I used to not understand why shorts are so popular, but like it's something that you can do for a quick period of time, right? Like if you're bored of playing video games on your phone, and most video games on your phone suck, right? Then don't just browse like videos. That's great. So yeah, like I understand that now. It is hard for me to produce shorts. It's harder for me to produce short form content too, because it's a different style. I'm used to these live streams. I'm used to long form content. It's I'm like the best analogy for this is like I'll be like some guy who writes novels, long novels, right? Like 600-page long novels, and all of a sudden you want to write a short page, 1-page short story. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be adjusting to that, but I am gonna be producing some content on Box Money Shorts, and being experiment. It's got different data too. It's got different experimentation. It's got music. It's got different editing styles. So yeah, be part of the experiment. Come join it. I don't expect too many views on this, but it's given me a huge amount of data to work with, which is just amazing. Just amazing. Like Jake Paul. I did not expect Jake Paul to get this many views. Like I thought these views on these two videos would be equal, but no, man. This is like that's more than 10x. It's like 15x the number of views in the same amount of time. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, and this one just sucked because I tried YouTube Premiere feature. But anyways. Long story short, I'll talk about these data later. But it's been very interesting for me. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for staying with me for such a long time with my long stories. I hope they were entertaining for you. I hope you can stay for the next one. Next week I will tell you guys maybe a little bit more in advance. But with that being said, I'll probably get into that mood of doing live streams at least once per week to keep you guys up to date. So with that, guys, thank you guys so much for being on here. Click that like button, click the subscribe button. Come on to Box Mining Shorts. Be my guinea pig.